Wow, just by looking at you guys, I can tell a lot of you look sleepy. According to my in class survey, 83% of you don't get enough sleep per night. The recommended amount of sleep per night for teenagers and young adults is 9 to 9.5 hours. I will introduce you to the 5 steps of the sleep cycle. Let's start with the first step of the sleep cycle, which is called the first step. Within minutes of you starting to doze off, your brain produces alpha and theta waves, as well as your eye movements slow down. This stage of sleep usually is pretty short and you are somewhat alert. In the academic journal, the American Journal of Nursing, it says the person will have fleeting thoughts and can be awakened easily. This is the stage in which you may flow in and out of consciousness. During stage 1, you may notice something called hypnic myoclonus. This is where your muscles jerk and you feel a falling sensation that wakes you up. Yeah, have you ever had one of those dreams? Eventually, after staying in stage 1 for a bit, you will enter stage 2. The next step in the sleep cycle is stage 2, which can last up to 50 minutes. In stage 2, almost 50% of the time spending sleep occurs here. Just like in stage 1, stage 2 is also a light stage of sleep. In this stage, many things start happening to you and your brain. The first is that eye movements and brain waves slow down. Your muscles will also start to relax, and occasionally there will also be a sudden increase of waves called sleep spindles. In National Geographic, Michael Finks writes, spindles is theorized to stimulate the cortex in such a way as to preserve recently acquired information and perhaps also to link it to established knowledge in long-term memory. The next 2 stages in the sleep cycle are stages 3 and 4. These 2 stages are characterized as a deep state of sleep. Because of this, it is hard to wake up here than in any other stages. If someone was to wake up in one of these stages, they will most likely be disoriented and dazed for a few minutes after they wake up. Stage 2 and 3 are usually grouped and spoken about together because they are the periods of which is called slow wave sleep. It is called slow wave sleep because the brain waves slow to delta waves, which are much slower than what your brains usually are. In slow wave sleep, there is no eye movement and your body becomes immobile. This is a stage in which some people experience nightmares. I know, I have nightmares too. Stages 3 and 4 are also extremely good for your body. According to the book Sleep Disorders and Sleep Deprivation, an Unmet Public Health Problem, it states that these 2 stages only last a few minutes and consist about 3 to 8% of sleep. The last and final step in the sleep cycle is stage 5. Stage 5 is the only stage of REM sleep, or rapid eye movement. Stage 5 is also unlike any of the other sleep stages because brain activity is really high here. Most adults spend about 20% of sleep in this stage, and during this stage, the brain energizes itself while the body is immobile. In stage 5, breathing becomes shallower and your blood pressure rises. Most of your dreaming will occur in this stage because of the increase in brain activity. At the end of the stage 5, or REM, is when people start to wake up and get ready for the day. I hate waking up too. REM sleep is very important for the body, and serious ramifications can occur if you don't get enough of it. In the newspaper, the New York Times, it reports that not getting enough REM sleep when dreams occur has been linked to a possible increase of Alzheimer's disease. In conclusion, a lot of different processes and events happen when you are asleep. This is why it is important to get enough sleep so that all of these processes can take place. I highly encourage you to go to sleep earlier so that you will experience all 5 stages in the sleep cycle each night. If there is one thing to take away from this whole speech, it is to not wake up in stage 3 and 4 if you want to have a good day. Thank you.